Alright guys, this is Trigonometry lesson 5, and today we are going to look at mixed questions. It's going to look at all the trigonometric ratios that we have looked at in the last 4 lessons. So we need to find the lengths and angles of any right angle triangle. Alright guys, quick reminder again, we need to use this soccer toe and a mnemonic to memorize the trig formulas, as they won't be presented in an exam. Make sure you cover up the one you're looking for, multiply if they are side by side, and divide if one is above the other. Alright guys, this is a quick reminder on how to label the right angle triangles to pick the right trigonometry formulas. So let's look at the first one on the left. Opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse, opposite the angle is my opposite, and we're left over with the adjacent. Okay, we don't need the adjacent because it doesn't have a missing length or a value on it, so we need the opposite and hypotenuse. And if you had to select which one of the 3 trigonometry ratio formulas has opposite and hypotenuse, it is the sine formula. Okay, so you're going to choose sine. Now for the next one on the right, again label it. So opposite right angle, hypotenuse, opposite my angle is the opposite, and we're left over with adjacent. The one that we don't use is the hypotenuse, because the hypotenuse doesn't have a missing length or a value. So we're using opposite and adjacent. So which one of the 3 trigonometry formulas above have opposite and adjacent? That is the tangent ratio. So you're going to be writing down T, O and A, okay, and these are your trig formulas. Okay, alright guys, here's an example of the missing length that we need to find. Okay, so if you want to have a go at it first, that by all means please pause the video now. Okay, so what we need to do is to find this missing length is label our sides to choose the correct trig ratio formula. Alright, so first things first, do the easy ones first. So opposite right angle is my hypotenuse, opposite my angle is the opposite side, and we're left over with adjacent. Which one do we not need is the adjacent. Okay, we're left over with the opposite and the hypotenuse. Therefore I'm going to be using sine. Alright, so you're going to write down sine theta multiplied by my hypotenuse over my opposite. Okay, the one we are trying to work out is the opposite, so we shade or cover it in, and then we have sine angle times the hypotenuse. So write that down, sine theta times the hypotenuse. And now you substitute our values in. Sine angle 53 degrees multiplied by our hypotenuse, which is 9, and that should give me an answer of 7.2 centimeters 1 decimal place. Okay, now guys, here's another example of finding the missing angle in a right angle triangle using trigonometry. So first things first, we need to label our triangle. Okay, so opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse, opposite the angle is my opposite side, we're left over with the adjacent. We don't need the hypotenuse because it does not have a missing length or value to it, so we don't need that, and we're looking at a trig formula with opposite and adjacent in it. So let's look at our trig formulas. Opposite and adjacent is tangent ratio, so we need to be concentrating on the tangent ratio. Okay, so what you're going to write down now is tan angle equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, we want to get the angle on its own, so we need to do the inverse of tan, which is tan minus 1. keep the opposite over adjacent the same. Now substitute our values in. So to work out what the angle is, inverse tan, y is the opposite, 10, divided by my adjacent, 12. Therefore my angle is equal to 39.8 degrees to 1 decimal place. Okay, for set 5, please have a go at just the red section, only have a go at 3 questions. And for set 3 and 4, please have a go at both sections. In the red section, at least do 3, and in the green section, do this final question. Thank you. And please upload your answers to Class Charts.